Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Justin Cappuccino of Sashes and Scripts, and in this episode, we are going to be talking about influencer career paths that pageant girls can take after their post-pageant careers. Not everyone can win a national or an international na pageant, but everyone can start building their careers in influencing. So I think pageant girls need to think of it as a possibility, as a good way to segue yung kanilang mga pageant careers into a much more commercial na work. Hindi lahat kayang maging commercial model, hindi lahat pwedeng maging runway model or maging pageant coach or maging personality development coach, but everyone can start leveraging their social media to become influencer. So I think pageant girls nowadays needs to be a little bit more smart and more logical in thinking when it comes to their pageant careers, that they are able to plan ahead when their pageant careers are over. So why is it important that we start planning for post-pageant careers ng mga pageant girls natin? Because as we all know, pageants have a shelf life. May hangganan yung pwede kang continuously na sumasali sa mga pageants. And as a pageant girl, you have to learn how to pivot when you've already had your fill of the pageant na competitions. So you need to start planning on where do I want my career and what trajectory should it go para maging fulfilling yung career ko after kung sumali sa mga pageants. So that is one of the things that we're going to be tackling about. Kasi nowadays, most pageant girls that I have witnessed, ang kanilang natural progression ng mga careers nila after joining pageants is to do either hosting, either do pageant training, whether it's personality development, pasarela training, or some other kind of pageant training per se. May mga career paths na mas commercial work yung dating. And this is where influencer careers are part of the possibilities na pwedeng tahakin ng mga pageant girls natin. So why is it important that we talk about influencer careers ng mga pageant girls? Because it is one of the more lucrative na mga career paths after joining pageants. And if we look into and take into account yung mga careers ni na Catriona Gray, ni na Kylie Versosa, Nicole Cordoves, some of their more prominent na mga ginagawa on their social media feeds is to actually do brand partnerships through their influencing careers. So yun yung mga pag-uusapan natin ngayon, and why it is important that pageant girls will need to start preparing yung kanilang mga social media accounts para tahakin yung career path na yon. Okay, so first and foremost, the question that comes into mind is, do we have an earning capacity in the influencer na career trajectory? So definitely meron, malaki. A big chunk of brands, whether it's small time or big time brands or even international brands working here in the Philippines, they always want to look for partnerships with key opinion leaders, with people who are very much attuned with their communities, social media na mga celebrities and accounts that have a foothold on the niche market that they are servicing. And the beauty of brand partnership is that these brands are willing to pay for a sponsored post, for a sponsored reel or sponsored stories or series of stories sa mga influencers na ito. And dito pumapasok yung mga career ng mga beauty queens, because not only have they have a pool of fans, but also they are able to reach better communities, reach better consumers, because yung kanilang fan base is very strong and very well built and well knit together. So yan ang isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit one of the more logical na progression ng career ng mga beauty queens is ang pagiging isang influencer. So how do they do that? So let's ikahon muna natin doon sa sponsored posts, kasi ito yung madalas na at saka pinakamadali na paraan in order for beauty queens to have a relationship with the brand and sponsored mga content on their feed. So how does that work? Okay, when I was working in Indonesia and I was working with PT Miteri Perkasa, isa yun sa pinakamadaling paraan for us to be able to reach our audiences. Indonesia has one of the biggest populations in the world. Much like the Philippines, it's an archipelago. So yung passing of information is very crucial and very important for brands to reach their targeted audience. Ang kaibahan lang siguro is that mas maliit ang Pilipinas in terms of population compared to Indonesia. But in Indonesia, when I was working there with the biggest retail conglomerate in Southeast Asia, isa sa mga ginagawa namin is whenever we have events is that we invite influencers or people who have massive social media following to attend our events, whether it's a fashion show, it's a product launch, or it's the launch of a new collection for one of our brands. What we do is that we pay them and we give them products or services that we have in our pool of brands. And what happens here is that there is an arrangement between the brand, our brands, and the influencers or the celebrities na we are requiring you to post about the event, whether it's a post, a single story, or a series of stories, merong katapat na payment, whether it's in cash or in product. So yun yung madalas na nagiging arrangement namin. And it's a win-win situation because one, bukod sa we are able to capitalize on the market or yung mga audiences na nagpo-follow dun sa celebrity, we are also able to maximize yung exposure ng event namin because later on, pag ginamit nila yung mga products that we gifted to the influencers, mas nagkakaroon ng visibility yung brand that we gifted to them. So that is one of the reasons why influencer marketing is something that has been done for a long time now and hindi lang siguro masyadong maalam ang mga tao with regards to how much they are being paid, how much influencers are getting in terms of free products, in terms of exposure sa mga brands itself. Now, the arrangement goes is it will depend on the type of influencer. Kung you are a small time na influencer, so siguro yung mga following mo is between 10 to 20K, ganyan. You might be getting around $50 to $100 per post. Some as low as $10, depending yun sa kung gaano kaliit ang following mo. In some cases, for mid-tier na mga accounts or celebrities, they are able to get as much as 500 to 5,000 yung range nung payment sa kanila. And these are in dollars. So kung sa Philippine peso, siguro nasa 500 to 5,000 for the smaller na mga na mga accounts, doon sa medyo mid-tier na mga accounts. So that would mean around 50 to 100 to 200K na mga accounts, you probably get around 28 to 300K. Now, if nasa milyones yung mga followers mo, much like let's say Catriona and Heart Evangelista, you probably get as close as around 500,000 for a single post. Granted that it will depend on the market. Now, how do we structure yung paano sila binabayaran? Paano binabayaran yung mga influencers? So it depends on the content type and in the platform. Like for example, for fashion, fashion brands are more likely active on TikTok and Instagram. So ibig sabihin nito, yung mga unboxing ng mga products, yung mga review ng mga products, they are likely more able to spend more on TikTok and Instagram na mga influencers compared to mga influencers on Facebook or on Twitter. So, mas mataas yung budget allocated for those that are on the platforms na Instagram and TikTok. When it comes naman to content, if in terms of ranking, Reels are more expensive as compared to posts or stories. So, for example, if you are being paid for maybe one post ng nasa 500 pesos per post, 250 lang for Instagram stories. Pero kapag Reels, yun yung talagang mas mahal kasi you have to take into consideration gaano katagal yung Reel, gagamit ka ba ng mga music doon sa Reel, are you going to be paid for using mga copyrighted or are you gonna use mga royalty-free na music for your Reels? So these are things that eventually expands or shrinks yung how much you are being paid on your content, on your sponsored content. So it's important talaga that as pageant girls, you understand yung mga rates na to habang you're still amassing more followers and more fans on your social media, because as you grow bigger in terms of your social media following, you are able to gauge kung gaano ka kalaki what do you call this, mag-rate ng or mag-charge in terms of your sponsored na mga post. Now, as pageant girls, you need to start thinking long term when it comes to your post-pageant career. Kasi hindi naman forever kang pwedeng contest lang ng contest. That you cannot keep on jumping from one pageant to another and to keep making that as your source of income, because malaki ang gastos when it comes to joining pageants. So it is important that pageant girls would think long term and start thinking about the future, na ano yung gagawin nila after their pageant careers. Now, not everyone has the charisma or has the stage presence to be a host or to be a pageant trainer. Sometimes there are pageant girls na magaling mag-execute pero hindi kayang i-explain kung paano gagawin yung mga technical na mga turns and twirls doon sa stage. So, what's the other opportunity that lies for them is influencer na mga careers. And this is where you can really make a headway in terms of how much you can earn, how much you can influence, because ang pagiging influencer, it will depend on how much followers that you have, how much charisma that you have, how much influence you have in terms of having people follow you and follow the things that you are saying on social media. Kaya importante din kasi doon sa aspeto na yan is yung pagiging magaling mag-convince ng mga followers mo to buy into the products that you post, because that is one of the things that makes a influencer a truly powerful influencer. Because as we all know, brands at the end of the day, whether it's fashion, it's beauty, ultimately they are looking for return on investments. So if you are able to not only create very visually interesting and aesthetic na mga content on social media, but you are able to convince people to buy into these products, to give a chance and use these products, that would give you a larger leverage, mas malaki leverage when it comes to negotiating with the brands in terms of how much you are being paid. So I am encouraging, pageant girls to be smart about their post-pageant careers and think long-term when it comes to how are they going to leverage their social media following later on when hindi na sila ganun ka-active in joining pageants. And I do hope that this episode ng ating YouTube channel ngayon ay kapulutan nyo ng mga ideas on how to launch your careers for your future influencer career later on. Okay? So I do hope you leave a like and follow and subscribe in our channel para mas marami kayong matutunang mga ganitong klaseng content.